evening, everybody. It's Monday night. It's time to join me while we chat. I have a few things we're going to talk about, and then we're going to do a meditation. And I have a very specific question that somebody asked me during the week that I promised that I would address tonight. So I want to get to all of that. I'm not live on Facebook right now because the phone that I used to record with it's not operating properly. It's one of those technology things that it just doesn't work. I think it just died on me. I mean, it comes on, but so I will I'm going to answer the question of the person that I promised that I would answer the question for. I'm going to do that first. And then I will move along to posting on Facebook. That sounds bad. I know what I'm talking about. You guys don't, but I do. So if you're joining in right now and this is your first time, just let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know your name. Say hello. I like to interact. I like to know who's here, even though sometimes people like to hide that they're here. I like to know that you're here. But let me address this question because I can't go on Facebook until I read the question from my phone, but I need my phone, so I can't have Facebook on and read at the same time. So for Megan, who I promised this week that she wrote to me on Instagram and had a question about something, but it was kind of one of those questions that I felt like was too long of an answer to be able to just type it all out. So I just wanted to address it with her, for her, and all of you. So her question is, my best friend, my mom, and my ex-boyfriend had a bunch of close friends all died in the town of Montgomery. I live in Florida now and have my mother's ashes here with me, but I'm wondering if when people die, do their souls stay where they die or where they are buried? I barely ever dream of any of them. When I dream of my mother, though only twice, she's very mad at me and yelling, and she shares why she feels that her mom is yelling. So I'm just wondering if souls stay where they are last living, and if me dreaming of her and her being mad at me is accurate or means something else. So this is a great question. I'm going to let her know I'm answering her right now. I should have done that a minute ago. Unless she's on here, which would be even better to know that you're on here. So, no. The other side does not stay where they're buried. Wherever you are, they are. So when we die, part of what we are freed from is this limited existence. And as human beings, we're very limited because we have a body and we can only be in one place where that body is, and we are limited by our body's abilities, which may vary from day to day. So we're limited as humans just right off the bat. But when we die, we're leaving the body. So we're leaving a lot of the limitations. We're leaving the associations and identification that we have with that particular body. So this is when I teach in all my classes, you guys, and this is why I love to teach it, because nobody understands what it's like and what it means to be human. And when we understand what it means to be human, then we understand what's getting in our way, and we can change those perceptions about ourselves to create a better life here. So this is why I love this stuff. So we are attached to the identity of who we think we are. So we think, I'm female. My name is Deborah. I have 3 sons. I'm with Greg. I'm with him, just with him. We have 2 dogs. I have long dark hair. We have all these roles and identities, and we believe that that is who we are, but we're a lot more than what we think we are, a lot more. So when we die, we leave that, and because we leave that, we're no longer limited and we're no longer stuck to be in one space at one time. So when someone dies, wherever you are on the planet, they're able to be with you and all the other loved ones that they loved here all at the same time. They have no more limitations. So wherever you are, Megan, they will be. Every time you think of them, every time you talk to them, they are, it's like they're getting dialed up by you. The other part of the question was, is my mom, I've had 2 dreams, and is she mad at me? And she listed why she thinks that her mom is mad at her, which I don't think is necessary to share on this format. But no, your mom is not mad at you on the other side. They, on the other side, understand that we are still human. We are still fallible. We are still going through this journey, and we are still connected to this limited perception and belief about who we are. And so they are understanding when we struggle with things, because that's part of our human journey here. So while a person could be, and we do, get angry at one another here for lots of different reasons, when we cross over, we rise above those reasons, because if I was mad at someone for not being who I thought they should be to me, when I die, I realize, no, they didn't have to be that to me. That was my own human self creating an expectation on somebody. That was really my expectation. And we can hope and wish for the best for ourselves and others, and in relation, but that doesn't always work out here in human. But when you are having dreams that mom is mad at you, that is what I call a projection dream. So a projection dream is when your anxiety, grief, fears, maybe shame, maybe guilt, all sorts of things come up. That usually, those emotions, those unresolved emotions usually get projected onto the characteristic or the image of someone who's crossed over. And that's why we think they are mad at us. But that's that anger and upsetment that your mom expressed in those 2 dreams is not her. The only visitation dreams that are actual visitation dreams from the other side are dreams where they're telling you they're fine, they're okay, they're happy, they're still here, they're still aware of you. And anything else is a projection dream. It is you trying, your psyche trying to rectify your own being in this world, either for yourself or and in relation with that person. So, Megan, I hope that answers you. I don't know if you're on right now, but I hope that answers your question. And I really appreciate when people do write into me. And very often lately, I have been saying, it's a lot to keep writing the same answer to all of you, which is why I do the Monday Night YouTubes. So if you have a question, I want to hear it, because I like to write them down or just note them in my phone, and then I will address them on air. Do I call this air? So on that note, let me start. Oh God, I'm going to start the Facebook Live. Hold on, guys. You guys are going to see my elbow. It's a good view. Oh crap, I don't know what's happening over here. Oh Lord, this is the behind the scenes stuff that you normally don't have to see, because I have done already. So Facebook, you're joining in with me a little bit later. You can tune in on YouTube to understand why. But if you are tuning in on Facebook, just let me know you're here, and let me know where you're tuning in from, and if this is your first night here. So last week I keep talking about meditation, and I have been teaching meditation for 15 years, and it's taken me 15 years to realize, holy crap, that's all we all need to do. We all need the entry-level personal transformation, anti-anxiety, anti-limited beliefs, pro-transformation, pro-breaking through comfort zones. It all comes through meditation and a myriad of health benefits that are endless. So I talk about meditation a lot. I've taught it for years and years, every single Sunday night at 7:30. I am able to now do them via Zoom. So every Sunday night, in the comfort of your own homes, you can join me. And it's one of those things that people will constantly say, no, I just want an appointment with you. I want an appointment with you. And I love that. I love that. I love that. My gratitude for people who actually want to sit with me will coast me until the day I die. The gratitude for your interest. However, I'm only one person, and I won't be able to get to everybody. And I have a limited amount of appointments to reserve my energy so that my appointments stay with good integrity and high energy. But that is why I offer content and classes and meditations so that you can learn on your own, where you don't need me or any other medium or anyone else to do your own connecting, to do your own inner work. I love to teach that stuff, and meditation is one of many different classes that I teach. So we're talking about it last week, and I'm like, you know what? Let me run them through a teeny little bite of what happens at meditation every Sunday night on Zoom. Now, what we might not have a lot of the time for tonight, and it is different because I can't see you. You could see me, but I can't see you. But in meditation, I can see you. If you want to share your camera, I can see you. So you're getting one-on-one time with me. I know it's on Zoom, but you're getting one-on-one time with me that we can process and help you along your journey when you do meditation. So that's the point. It's not just like, hey, everybody, let's just be really quiet and then have a good night. It's, let me walk you through this journey. Let me explain what we did. You know, when people say, I couldn't stop fidgeting, what was going on? Or that meditation was so powerful for me. Or, oh my God, I couldn't focus at all. Why is that? And we talk about it and we dissect it one by one. So it's super powerful. It's like your base, bottom line, simple way of having that one-on-one, well, not one-on-one, because whoever else is in meditation, but it is one-on-one time because I'm talking to you directly, collectively in our group. So that's Sunday nights, 7:30 to 9 p.m. All that information on my website, or you could always email my office, which is info, like information at beingknowingdoing.com. So on that note, for those of you who can, like obviously if you're driving, because sometimes people are driving during this, like I remember Ralim used to be driving home from work on Monday nights and listening to this in her car. So if you're driving or you're doing something where it requires your full attention, then you will not be able to do this with me. You can listen, but don't close your eyes. And sad that I have to have that little disclaimer before we do this, but I want to get ourselves into a brief meditation. So go ahead and take a seat if you aren't already, which you probably are. I prefer people to sit upright as much as possible. If you're laying down and super comfortable, you can try it laying down, but it is possible that you will fall asleep. If you have back issues or hip issues or just any kind of chronic pain that causes you like discomfort by sitting up, obviously then just lay flat or lay in any position that helps you. And I want you to get yourselves comfortable, and I could feel you guys doing this. That's the most exciting part for me. I can feel it. I can't see you, but I can feel you. And here's my little hibiscus tea, because all spiritual people drink freaking tea, right? That'll be on a shirt. So if you're comfortable and you're upright, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. And you might feel funny if there's other people in the room around you, kids or significant others or parents or siblings, pets. And if there's a TV on in another room, or you can hear something above you or below you from wherever you are, just recognize and be aware of the sounds that are in your home or space, and just let them be there. And we don't have to have silence when we meditate, but we prefer it. We don't have to have it, and we can allow the sounds around us to just lull you deeper into yourself. So begin to just slowly and mindfully take a deep breath in through your nose. And then when you are done inhaling, hold that breath at the top. And then exhale slowly but forcefully out your mouth. And every time we start meditating and we really start deliberately focusing on our breath, it's totally common for you to feel like you can't breathe or you're not doing it right. But clearly you know how to breathe because you've been breathing, which is why you're able to listen to this podcast or whatever right now. So just sink into the awareness of what it feels like for you to breathe, even if it's odd to catch your breath at first. And feel the air as it goes up in through your nostrils, and imagine that you can see your lungs filling with oxygen. And then exhale out your mouth and imagine that you can see yourself releasing all that no longer serves you in this moment. Continue to breathe deeply in through your nose. Try to bring that breath down into your belly. So every time you breathe in, exaggerate your stomach and expand your stomach or push it out. And then when you exhale, exaggerate yourself pulling your belly button back towards your spine or contracting or sucking in your stomach. And your body will take on its own natural, deep, repetitive breathing cycle. So right now we're just exaggerating everything. And begin to imagine that the insides of you, all the cells, all the energy, prana running through your body, imagine that you are like a soda bottle that we just shook up, or something with carbon in it, carbon dioxide in it, that when you shake it up, all that pressure begins to build. And as we breathe, I want you to imagine that that slowly begins to settle down all of that pressure and that carbon. Just imagine all that fizzing just begins to settle down inside yourself. Use your imagination. Pretend that is happening. And start becoming aware of the top of your head. I want you to start to bring relaxation into the top of your head and into your forehead and temples, and just relax your forehead, your temples, your scalp. We're going to imagine that our body is going to just kind of melt any tension away from us. So as we slowly scan from the top of our heads all the way down to our feet, just imagine that tension, stress, worries, fears, anxiety, it just begins to either melt or drip or slough off of you. Go ahead and relax your ears and relax the back of your scalp, back of your head. Relax your eyebrows and your eyes, your eyelids and your eye sockets. Relax your nose and your cheeks. Relax your mouth, your jaw, your teeth, your tongue, your lips. Relax the back of your neck. Relax your throat. Relax your collarbones and your scapula, your shoulder blades. Imagine relaxation. The energy of relaxation just goes down both shoulders and send relaxation down through your arms, down through your biceps and triceps. Relax your elbows and forearms and wrists. And imagine all tension and stress is just dripping down through your arms, and it drips out your fingertips And imagine whatever is coming out of you in this moment just drips down to the floor, and the energy of it goes down into the ground for Mother Earth to recycle. Relax your upper back. Relax your chest. Relax your rib cage and diaphragm. Your mid back. Relax your solar plexus. Relax your abdomen. Relax your lower back. Imagine relaxation energy goes right down your spine, all the way down into your pelvis. Imagine any tension or stress that no longer serves you in this moment is just dripping and melting away from you. Relax your pelvis, your hips, your butt. Relax your hamstrings, quadriceps, thighs. Relax your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, and imagine all tension and stress is getting pulled out the bottom of your feet, through your toes and the bottoms of your feet. It's getting pulled into Mother Earth to be recycled. Be aware of your breath and your relaxation in this moment. Using your imagination, I want you to pretend that there's a ball of white light energy forming about a foot or two above the top of your head. I want you to imagine that that ball of white light energy begins to descend in through the crown of your head, through your crown chakra, and allow that ball of pure, pristine, white light energy, it's almost like a liquid, shimmery light, or however you're experiencing it. Imagine that goes in through the top of your head, and as soon as it enters the crown of your head, white, liquid white light just begins to fill your entire brain, your head, your face, your throat, your neck, your torso, down both arms. Liquid white light is dripping out of your fingertips. White light's going all the way down your spine, through your chest, your upper back, mid back, lower back, through your solar plexus, lower abdomen, through your hips, your pelvis, your butt, your legs, hamstrings, quads, knees, shins, calves, ankles, and liquid white light is forcing out any energy that no longer serves in your body in this moment, out through your toes and the bottoms of your feet. And just imagine that there's nothing but white light inside of you. Begin to imagine that white light is vibrating, bringing parts of your cellular structure back to life, back to vibrancy. Imagine it's just clearing away any thoughts that make you feel stressed or upset. Just begin to imagine that you are an illuminated being of white, pristine, energetic, vital life force energy. Continue to breathe and relax. That white light is forcing any tension, stress, or toxicity, any dis-ease present in your body. The white light squeezes all of that out of your cells and is completely flushed away from your body and its systems. Go ahead and with your mind, just imagine that you can share this white light. Anyone closest to you, anyone you love and care about, anyone you're upset with, anyone who needs love and attention, both here in the physical and on the other side. Begin to imagine that you are spreading and sharing and sending this white light to wherever it's needed on the planet and wherever you want it to go. Imagine that you are connected through pristine, perfect, white life force, prana, universal energy, to everyone and everything that you've sent the white light to. And begin to imagine that a web of white light goes from them, from you to them, and from them to whomever they want to send life force energy to. And imagine that web goes on and on and on until the entire globe is encapsulated in the white light. The entire planet is vibrating with connection, with love, compassion, whatever you want to fill in. And when you feel complete for sending out the white light, you see that web of white light that you have created, to start to bring your attention back to your body in this moment, keeping your eyes closed, but begin to slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Go ahead and breathe in deeply in through your nose and out your mouth. Bring movement into your arms and shoulders, but keeping your eyes closed. You can hold on to this white light, relaxing feeling, but still come back fully to yourself. And when you feel ready, and only when you feel ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes and just sit for another moment in the silence or peace of that experience. It's always important to come back from your meditation slowly. Sometimes after we've been in that space, and that was a long time. I didn't count. I didn't stop to notice when I started. That was a long time. When we come back, sometimes the lights around us or the sounds or scents, anything sensory input after we meditate sometimes feels too much. Other times everything feels really calm. So just kind of pay attention to how it feels. And then let me know when you're ready how that felt for you. Were you able to follow along? Were you able to get deep? Did you see white light? Did you experience it? Did you not? Go ahead and process that. There's no right or wrong answer. Every single time you meditate, there's a different experience. So sometimes I feel like I'm floating, and other times I can't even get out of my own head. So every time you meditate, it's going to be a different experience. But I want your feedback. Rachel said, wow, that was amazing. I love to hear that. Tell me what you thought. Jackie said she had a bad sinus headache all day, and it's almost completely gone. When we slow down our system, we're operating and we're letting our cells have, when we're constantly doing and thinking and being and behaving, and even if we're just sitting on the couch, when we're on our phones, that's taking energy to do that, to just be. And when we take energy to be, we're pulling that energy away from healing ourselves and creating space within ourselves. So we're on go. We're like on a never-ending battery. And meditation is that time to just quiet everything. So the natural energy systems within our bodies can use all of that reserve energy that we waste on nonsense, which is part of our being. That's what we do. But to create time in your day so that you create that space for healing, for settling down, for calming, for whatever is needed in the moment, then you are using that energy to really work on yourself, your body, your experiences. And once your cells feel that they have space and they can be healed, they start operating more efficiently. So the entire system, your entire biological system, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, whatever layer you want to call it, it will all wind up coming together in alignment when you just, and that was, I don't know, maybe it was 15 minutes, maybe 20, I don't know. I normally always pay attention to the clock to see how long we were in that experience. And that's just a teeny tiny taste of meditation. You can do a 1-minute meditation where you just breathe in deeply and exhale deeply. So tell me, what'd you think? Rachel said, no BS. I wanted more. Like, where were we going? What's next? Just amazing. I love that. Normally, yes, I do I never know how long I'm going to do it, but in our meditation together on Sundays, we go on journeys. And that was just like a tiny taste of what we do. A couple weeks ago, we all went to the place where we spoke to loved ones who have passed, which is always a super powerful one. I have that meditation also you could download at cdbaby.com. If you just type it in my name, deborahhanlon.com. No, that's not my name. Deborah Hanlon, cdbaby.com. And I have 2 CDs on there. Spirit to Spirit is the one that you'd want to connect with your loved ones. That's super powerful. But every single meditation I've ever led has been completely different because I use the energy of who's attending the meditation to create the meditation, to create the experience. And since the group is never the same, the meditation can never be the same. So there is some individualized points that come through. And sometimes I'm picking up on not your thoughts so much, but where your consciousness is, I'll be picking up on that and it'll get incorporated into the meditation, which is so freaking fascinating when all of a sudden I'll be like, let's pretend we're Superman. And then I'll realize, who the heck is playing Superman today? Who's dealing with Superman? And then someone will tell me, oh my God, I found my old Superman costume today and I've been thinking about Superman. So things start coming up. So good. It was relaxing. You loved it, Patty. Joan, I didn't even know today is your birthday. Oh my God. Where's my brain? Happy birthday. And we were texting earlier today and it's because I didn't check Facebook today. Kind of getting a little break from Facebook, if you guys know what I mean. So happy birthday, Joan. You had a wonderful birthday and you just gave me a meditation cake. I love that idea. Oh, and I love that everyone's wishing Joan a happy birthday. Hello, Helen. Yeah, you could always just come back to this on my YouTube channel and listen to meditations. And we'll be uploading a few more soon. So keep checking my YouTube channel for more meditations to be added. Good, Eileen. Kim is saying, first time ever meditating, I was somewhere else for a second and I could see someone else with white hair. And then I came back and laughed. Then when I was sharing the white light, I started to cry. See, it's amazing. 15 minutes. I didn't really give you guys a lot of instruction on what to expect. And yet once you start getting yourself in alignment and just doing this process, the experiences, just like you're saying, Kim, start to happen. I didn't tell anyone to see a person. I didn't tell anyone to feel emotional. I don't have to because your system is doing that. So anytime we do get emotional in meditation too, it's a release valve. It's a movement of energy. That's all emotions are energy in motion. That's what emotion is. And I think it was last week that we talked about the energy of sadness, the energy of anger, the energy of joy. Instead of saying, I'm so angry, I'm so sad, I'm so happy, we personalize things and then we have to create a story over why we feel a certain way. And that's just a big waste of time and energy when we have to tell ourselves the story of why we're happy, sad, angry, whatever. If we just say the energy of anger is moving through me, there's no story to tell. That's it. Just the energy of anger is moving through me. So through meditation, the energy, whatever is needing to be released within you, will start moving, and then you'll start having feelings, emotions, because it's energy that has been put back into motion. So I'm happy to hear that from you, Kim, especially with your first time meditating. As all of you know, Janine, it's if you go to YouTube and you look up intuitive medium Deborah Hanlon, my channel should pop up. Sometimes Greg will see your comment too, and he'll post the link as well. But all of you know how ADD I am in here. You guys know, you see it every minute with me. But if I can meditate, I can get you to meditate. Because I understand what's called the monkey mind, the constant chatter, the constant thoughts, thinking and holding on to 12 different multitasking thoughts and actions at once. And meditation calms all of that, brings it all back to focus. And we tell ourselves it's not time to juggle 12 thoughts. I'm right here now. So I'm telling you, Sunday nights, 7:30 to 9, this is what we're doing. Only I think it's even cooler because I can see you, you can see me if you choose. Some people want their camera off. And then afterwards we can process it. Like we would really go into well, who was that white-haired man that I saw? Why did I see this? Why did I not see this? So it's super, super powerful. And it's healing. And when you're stuck or fearful or not sure what to do, I cannot tell you enough. I know we all want the magic pill. I want it. I want a magic pill like that for everything. And this is it. This is it. And you just have to get into a routine of doing it. And I do think guided meditation, especially for beginners, is an excellent way to go. That's how I started. Now I don't guide anything. I actually repeat a mantra that was given to me. And I just repeat that, and I get to that space sometimes faster. Other times my monkey mind doesn't get out of the way. So every meditation is different. So listen to me when I say, just join me once on Sunday nights for that experience. So I'm glad we got to do that together. If you're feeling totally like calm and zen right now, like hold on to it. Right before you go to sleep tonight, just keep breathing in through your nose, out your mouth. Just practice that portion of it. And you'll just get yourself, even for a minute before you go to bed, pretend that you're redo that in your mind to help you fall asleep, stay asleep. That will help. Yeah, Eileen is saying the processing during meditation on Sundays is almost better than the meditation each week. I think so too. You know why also is because we start to get to listen to each other, and you don't have to speak at all during meditation afterwards. But we start to listen, and people will be very open about what's going on in their life, and they're feeling stressed and they don't know what to do. And I think it's very helpful to relate and connect on what's authentic and real, and not on that social media superficial potential for misunderstanding way, which social media has its time and place in our lives, and it's getting less and less, I hope, for me. But our meditation groups and our classes, it's about real connection. It's about talking about what you really feel or listening to what others are going through. There's so many different aspects of life going on in our meditation group right now that you'll be represented by someone in there if you don't talk. So yeah, Joan is saying definitely join on Sunday nights. Oh, Crystal, you have a nice last name. I wonder if we're related. Her name is Crystal Hanlon. And Annika, hello. I love listening to you. I need to come to a show. Thank you for reminding me. I have one tomorrow night. We keep adding one based on weather, really. And so tomorrow night at Winding Hills Golf Course, there's still seats available because I just really didn't go on social media and talk about it very often this week. So there are still seats. Winding Hill Golf Course in Montgomery. It will be in the tent. It's warmer now. This weather is outstanding in the Northeast. Thank you, universe. And they also have heaters too. Last time it was a little bit chilly, but they got new heaters in, and tomorrow's weather is supposed to be a lot warmer than it was the last time. So join me tomorrow night. That's a gallery where I do bring through the energies of your loved ones who have crossed. Right now, the numbers are super, super small. I think it's 30 people that they have. I think that was the last email they sent me. So this was a good one to come to. And I don't know when we're planning the next one. We're only doing outdoor venues right now because of the pandemic. But I tell you what, Winding Hills, they're on their game. They get stuff done. It's a beautiful space. We're inside, but we're outside, but we're inside because we're in a tent. So so check that out. Winding Hills Golf Course in Montgomery, New York. And if you need those links, just look on my website or let me know and we'll post them. So Yvette is saying, I make sure to purchase your meditation classes ahead of time, even if I can't join on the live. I can do the meditation on my own time. It's true. There's nothing like the processing after. Thank you, Yvette. Yeah, so you can do a monthly meditation where you join for all in each particular month. We go month by month. And then if you can't make them live, they're recorded. So we just email them to you. So you will get them even if you can't do it on the live. Greg, nope, they're able to see your comments. I see you writing over there. Try to post things. So let me go back to some of your questions. Patricia, I needed that to let go of the sadness and anxiety that I've been struggling with over the past week. It's a lot. It was a heavy week, which we all are aware of for global reasons, national reasons. And then even within our own tribe at the center, we had our dear friend Jen's 15-year-old daughter Emma pass this week. So the tribe has been feeling heavy. It's been a week. It's definitely been an energetic week. So if anyone is feeling like overwhelmed and blah, the energy in the universe or in the globe right now is just weird. It's not bad. It's not bad energy. It's just heavy, just a lot. So even more reason to just take yourself out into a room, into a space, anywhere you have quiet, and just breathe. Please. That is the magic pill. I know we're not supposed to call it that, but meditation is what will solve. I don't know the figures. I should look it up. I would say 90% of our issues meditation will solve, but I'll have to look up more like hard science on that, which I will. I'll bring that to you next time. Okay. Kai is saying, what does it mean when I constantly wake up in the middle of the night with a feeling like I've been thrown on the bed? I've had someone shake my bed and make a noise as soon as I start to fall asleep. A lot of times that feeling of like getting thrown on the bed, and that's different from like when we all feel like we're falling. Do you guys have that? Oh my God, I hate that when you're sleeping and then you're like, ah, it's the worst feeling. But sometimes that means that you were like, when I say leaving your body, I don't mean dying. Right now, if you went deep into that meditation, you left your body energetically. And we can do that in our sleep too. It's called astral travel. We did not just do astral travel, but sometimes we can start to get so deep into our sleep that our energy kind of just lifts from the body. And that feeling that you're like kind of slammed back into the bed is all of a sudden your awareness of your energy being pulled back into your body will give you that sensation. So could be that for sure. Nicole said, curious about your soul and your personality. Are they one and the same? Like, does your soul have a personality? And is that who you are? Or is it completely separate? Is that a weird question? No, it's a great question. Super great question. Your soul does not have a personality because your personality was created and conditioned and formed through how you were raised and brought up and conditioned. And certain mannerisms will come from things that you've witnessed other people around you doing, or sometimes our mannerism is ourselves making sure we definitely don't have mannerisms someone else in our family or family of origin have. So your soul does not have a personality. It's energy, and it just is. The personality comes in when that soul is being held in our body. It's like the body is the vessel for our soul, and the body comes with a personality, or develops. I shouldn't say it comes with. It develops a personality based on your conditioning, how you were raised, your experiences. The more that you have the ability to know that there's more for you and that we don't have to live out the energetic realities of our past, the more our personality and our soul become in alignment. So we could very often as humans, like I said in the very beginning, we're very limited in the way we think and feel as humans because we often don't think about what it is we don't know about where we can go, our potential. We don't think about it. But the more we do think about it and focus on, how much more can I expand? What more can I know about myself? What more can I kind of break the barriers, which is all the personality? The more an alignment or expansiveness you are in your personality, which kind of mirrors what the soul is. The soul is all about potential. It's all about the possibilities of what could be. And it's that 0 point that we talked about in our coaching class, where there's nothing, and yet the potential and possibilities for everything exist. That's our soul, also known as our true self, or 0 point. And then the personality is wrapped around that. So does that answer your question? Let me just see what else. And is it completely separate? No, they're not. They're separate in their form, because the soul just is, and like I explained it, the personality has limitations and beliefs about itself that are not the whole picture. So that's separate. But we can create a personality wrapped around the realization that we are infinite energy and possibility and potential. So we can make them more in alignment. So I hope that answers it. If it doesn't, just let me know. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I read a few books on conversation with God. There was one point in there where he said the soul is outside body as well as inside. I thought that was an interesting point. It sort of shows how expansive our soul energy is. Exactly, Matt. Yes, exactly. That, well, what we did just now in the meditation, I don't know if you were online when we did the meditation, Matt, but if not, you can just look back on Instagram. No, YouTube later. But when we filled ourselves up with white light energy, that is closer. I'll say that got us closer to that authentic, true self nature, our soul nature. And when we send that love, we sent that energy, that love, that light, whatever you want to call it, to people we love, and then expanded it out from there. That is as if that we are becoming aware of the unification of all of us, because really our souls are exact same. All of our souls are the exact same. The soul takes on a different personality based on the vessel that it rests in. Right now, the peace of the universe, the peace of our collective soul, is resting in the version known as Deborah on the planet, the version known as Matt, the version known as Karen, the version known as yourself, is just a piece of this energy that's taking on the uniqueness of who you are right now. So we're all exactly the same base energy playing out in all these different unique forms and personalities and experiences, which I find to be so cool. I mean, think about it. We're divinity itself, pieces of, flecks of, and super, super unique at the same time. So anytime we're with somebody else, we're in the presence of the divine. If only we would remember that. Unless you're driving slow in front of me, then there's no divinity going on right there. You guys know me well by now. So Crystal, my father passed when I was 15, and I've been coming to me a lot at night. I know he's trying to tell me something. So I'm not tonight. Every once in a while, I'll throw in like personal intuitive questions that I answer. So I'm not answering like personal intuitive questions as far as like what is he telling you. But a lot of people, and I remember feeling this way as well, when I started to sense energies around me, consciousnesses around me, I'd be like, what are they trying to tell me? What are they trying to tell me? And I try to pick it up. I try to get it. And it's really not a good feeling to feel like someone is trying to tell you something and you're not getting the memo. But I want to kind of like assure everybody right now that if they have to get a message across to you, they will get the message across to you. So don't, because people will come to me all the time, what are they trying to tell me? What are they trying to tell me? And I would start off with just knowing that they're letting you know they're there. They're making you aware of, Alexander, my friend, this is nonsense. You know what you could do, Alexander, is you could leave, because anytime that I don't like something, I just hang up. So you can just go, or we can take care of that. Alexander has 2 facts for me. Water's not wet and this is nonsense. Okay, thanks, Alex. Goodbye. So I don't even know what I was saying before. So yeah. There we have it. Oh my goodness. Greg, you can get rid of him. Yeah, if you guys want to give a thumbs up, that'd be great. Although I'm sure that Alexander's going to give me a thumb down. It's going to totally break the internet on me. I tried to do it. I don't think I can. Nope. But Greg will. So what other questions? Generalized, personalized, like the big questions. What else? What else do you have for you? Oh, yeah, I was in the middle. Sorry, you guys, I got interrupted. If they are trying to get a message to you, they always will get the message that they need to get to you. So just anytime you sense them around and you have that feeling, just know that it's them letting you know they're there and you're picking up on the memo, and just say to them like, thank you so much for letting me know you're here. That's what you can do. So who else? This is why social media is fun. People say, don't entertain them. No, I like to entertain them. I like to say, wow, who's the dumb one here? Like dumb, not in a judgment way, because God forbid I do that. I wouldn't do that because I'm a spiritual being on the planet. But but anytime I don't like something, like, isn't it weird? Like, I just don't watch it. So I don't like country music. I know a lot of people do. I don't. So the way I don't get myself all twisted about it is I just don't listen to country music. It's like so weird how that works. So weird. But anyway, so Larissa, I saw your message. So I'm not doing any personal messages tonight. Sometimes I do in this forum, but tonight just kind of a generalized, or answering generalized questions and not specific messages out to anyone or questions that pertain to us specifically. Let me scroll back to see if I've missed any questions. Oh, Annie, you were looking forward to this tonight. I love that. I love, love, love. Okay. Ooh, I hope I'm saying your name right. Katia? Sometimes I will see light or a figure on the periphery of my vision. I feel like it is a spirit. Am I right? Yeah, sometimes absolutely. We kind of know the difference when you just feel, you just have that inner knowing that there's an energy there, a presence there. It is, because we can't make it up. Like I couldn't make myself, well, I could, but I couldn't really, I'm not going to right now, but I couldn't make myself kind of feel an energy. Either they're there or they're not, so to speak, or I'm in alignment with their presence or not. So anytime you do feel like, oh my God, I just know someone's with me, just trust it. And then I always tell everybody to just sink deep into your imagination so that you can help foster any kind of connection with them. What does it mean when you wake up in the same time every night and feel your bed shaking? If you're sleeping alone, I don't know. Nothing to be scared of, even though it sounds absolutely terrifying. It's not something to be nervous about. I would just be aware of it. Do breathing, meditation. If someone's sleeping next to you, you can just jab them for whatever the heck they're doing and make the bed shake. But waking up at the same time is a couple of different things. But some people have said, like, oh my gosh, I wake up at the same time and I feel my so-and-so on the other side by me, and it's always the same time. I've heard that. Sometimes it's just that your body clock is just set and you just keep waking up at the same time. So it's hard to say what that is. I think you did too, Greg. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have no more patience for assholes. I mean, that's just it. I just have no more patience. It's like, oh my God. Let's talk about that real quick. I'm going to do a Deborah rant. I meditated and everything, and I'm still going to rant. Could you imagine having the fucking time to just sit and troll on people's shit? Seriously, I would love. I should have said this when he was on. What do you not have going on in your life? No, I'm serious. Like, I really want to know, because I could fill 12 nanoseconds of every day getting something done. I got so much to do. Reading, I could just clean. I don't want to, but I could. Like, the last thing I'm going to do on this planet is sit around and be like, ooh, who can I just sit here and waste my time and watch and then make really dumb comments? Who? I hope to God they're like a 12-year-old boy that's just bored. I hope to God, but I don't think so. I think that one was a grown man. I do. And that is upsetting. That is upsetting. Where's your mother? Because if my sons ever troll on someone, I'll be like, yeah, I got shit for you to do so that you're not trolling. That's what I'm going to say. Spiritually speaking, you guys, of course. Send him love. We're already wrapped in love. I don't feel like sending him love. I just feel like just don't come play in my corner of the universe, please. You don't like me? I'm totally cool with that. I made a post about it the other day. If you don't like me, you can trust me that I don't cater to people to get them to like me. Never have. Never have. I don't cater to it. I don't need to. I don't want to, because then I have to like remember all my multiple personalities of who I am to everybody. If I just be myself, you either like that or you don't. And if you don't, the normal human being goes, yeah, I'm not really a fan. I don't really like them. And then you go to somebody else. So, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, Judy, how do you know if a loved one is trying to tell you something or it's a bad spirit? I do not believe or entertain anything to do with bad spirits. It is something that is largely out there and it drives me crazy. No such thing as bad energies, bad spirits, negative energies, evil spirits, no such thing. Any negativity and evil on this planet is on this side. It's in the physical form. Evil in energy or negativity in energy is denser, and light, white light, which is pristine being, prana, life force energy, you cannot make white light dense. You can't make it heavy and you can't make it dark unless it's in physical form. But the only thing that's in physical form is us here. So, light, when we cross over, we lose the density. We lose the negativity. Our buddy Alex, he's going to be a cool guy. We're going to hook up on the other side in heaven. I'll be like, I remember you. You were that idiot that had nothing else to do that night on Facebook. I totally remember you. Namaste. Now we can see each other like as we are. My human self and his human self right now are clashing. I'm letting him, but not really. I find it funny. So no such thing as bad spirits. We can get creepy vibes from an energy, or someone could be really have been not nice here, and they will come through with their not nice demeanor because that is part of their identity. Remember, our personality is part of our physical identity. So they can come through with that for identification purposes. But the truth is, once we pass, we shed all of that negativity, that fear, all of that. So yeah, no such thing as negative energy. The more people hear that, I mean, I talk about this often. People come to me and they'll say, I went to a medium and they say they have this negative energy around me. And I'm like, the negative energy around you was the medium that told you that, because I'm sorry. No. There's no such thing as entities, because if there were, we would all be screwed. We'd have this negative energy that we can't control and fix, and that renders us powerless. And we're pristine, perfect energy with awareness that we're pristine, perfect energy. So why would we render ourselves powerless? So there you have it. I'm glad you asked that question. Hello, Martha. Joined you as you begun short meditation. Interesting, when we stopped and I arose, much physical pain left. Absolutely, because the energy that we spend wincing at pain and wishing there was no pain, or being upset or angry that there's pain, once we come back to meditation, we are just quiet, and the energy that we were expending on all those thoughts and feelings before now gets to go to healing the pain and healing the issue, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain. So that's why. So I'm happy to hear that, Martha. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, exactly, Marge. He feels powerless. Oh my God. But he's bored. God, give me 4 seconds to be bored. It'll never happen in this lifetime. I just truly will not literally be bored in this lifetime. So the day that I have to troll on people's social media to feel like I got a rise out of someone, oh God. I hope God takes me that day, because that's a shitty existence right there, if you ask me. Um, where do you not need to be right now? But seriously, exactly. My driving rant. Where do you not have to be that you're driving this slow? What do you not have to do that you're trolling? What do you not have to do? That's what I want to know. How come, Carla, that's a great question. Why can some spirits be felt more than others? Super great question. Sometimes the answer is I have no idea why. I'll just put that right out there. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I can't get your dad, or I can't get your mom, or I can't get this one. I can't. After the I don't know why, it really comes down to if they were very good communicators here in life, they're going to translate as good communicators here in through death. The bigger the personality, and you could be a very quiet, shy, humble person that didn't speak up and still have a big personality. So don't read big to mean loud or social. But the bigger your personality and the better of a connector you are, the better you are going to come through. So if you, for me as a medium, and it could just be the way I work, if I'm reading someone and they want to know about like a father that passed that they never met, it may be difficult for me to grab their personality, because one of the things I feel the most and strongest first is their personality. But I usually say to them, does that make sense? I say to the person I'm sitting with, like, does that sound like how they were or stories you've heard about them? And if the person in front of me can't give me feedback, like, I don't know, I didn't know them, sometimes I'm very clear of, nope, this is them, this is what they're saying. But other times, because I am not full of myself, to be totally honest, which, shocker alert, I know everyone thinks I'm so full of myself. I don't like telling people something that we cannot prove and validate later. So I feel like there's that inner skeptic in me when I'm sitting with someone that says, well, what if their father wasn't really peaceful and loving? And even though that's what I'm feeling, what if they weren't? I don't want to give inaccurate information to someone. So I'm cautious, but that's the way I do readings. I'm never going to be someone that is like, oh yeah, I'll always say like, I don't know. This is what I'm picking up on. So does that answer your question, Carla? I feel like I just went rambling on and on. Okay, do evil people, murderers, pedophiles go to the same place on the other side? I was raised Catholic. There's no hell. We're kind of in the hell. And the life review, when we pass and we do leave our body, we will relive all of the experiences that we had here, anything done to us or for us, or anything we did to someone or for someone. We are going to feel the energy of that exchange. So if we harmed someone with deliberate intention, in our life review, we're going to be kind of stuck, although stuck is not the right word, kind of stuck on that feeling, which is pretty hell-like. Eventually they move through it, but when they come back into the next life, that's what they got to work on, is kind of repaying those karmic dues are the phrases we use, but there's a lot more to that phrase. And karma isn't like you did something bad and you're going to pay for it. That's not. Karma is a law of energy of kind of like cause and effect, before and after. It's not really what we're taught, especially in the West, that it's like, oh, karma, you're going to, you can get good karma too. Everything is karma. Me drinking this tea, I'll get karma for it. There's karma with everything we do. And that's not to be perceived as good or bad. So the hell is that life review for sure. And then coming back in to kind of fix it. Again, my words are limiting the experience of all of this. Oh, Rita, that is painful. Sometimes I dream about my mom and I wake up disappointed that she's gone. The pain never goes away. That with stuff like that, again, I'm going to talk about meditation, because energetically your body is hooked on, for obvious and completely okay reasons, hooked on the loss of her, versus getting groomed and becoming aware of the presence of her in not physical form, which is never enough when we're here in the physical form, but the present, not aligned with the presence of her here in energetic or spiritual form. So again, meditation will help that. Let's see. Thanks, Susan. Oops. Oh my God, I just pressed something and I can't see what I'm reading. What the heck? Okay. I'm just going through everybody. I was going through a show about spirits visiting people. They showed how a young girl's spirit visited a person and basically wrecked his bedroom, threw stuff around. Also watched another show which showed them throwing objects at the ghost spirit chasers. Do spirits have the ability to move physical objects? Also, are they angry and can they do harm to the living? No. That is Hollywood. You hear it from me. No. Would Fox News, or wouldn't all these news networks, forget what network, wouldn't media love the shit out of the awareness of, oop, evil spirit strikes again. Woman scratched. Woman this, what that? No, that is not. They're not angry. That speaks to evil energy. That's all human. There's a way to explain what that is, and it's really our own psychology, and it burns my blood. It boils my blood when all these paranormal shows are like saying like, oh, are you here? And they're like, get out, we'll kill you. And I'm like, really? No. And that's not what they're doing. Even if they were a serial killer in their lifetime and they passed, they're not hooked on that limited human experience of being a serial killer. That stuff fades away and we are restored to our pristine true self, our true nature, which is that oneness that we were all sharing before in the meditation. So no, they are not angry. They're not going to cause harm. They have no reason to. Who's more powerful? So they don't need to be like, ha ha ha, hey buddy, there's no spirit trolls. Let's put it that way. There's no spirit trolls. They're not that fucking bored to be like, oh, let's mess with that one right there. Yeah, let's do that. No. So these shows are for selling fear and selling, that venue, and some people really like it, right? Some people like it and they don't like me and coming to me because every time they're like, I think there's a portal to negative hell in my bedroom, and I'm like, no, that's your husband. That he's the portal to hell right there. So, and people don't like that about me. So I either resonate with you with that, but no, my experience is no evil energies. It's kind of like, oh, you're an angry elf from Elf, right? Can they move objects? Yes, they can do that, but they are not hurling it through the air. We don't see objects kind of like levitating. Let's see if I can make this pen look like it's levitating. Woo, not really. So they will use other humans to help move objects for them. So I have a long story about that, but I don't want to go into the long story about it because I've shared it on here a few times. But if you have a sign with your loved one that every time you see a pack of Marlboro cigarettes on the ground, it's your grandfather. And as you walk on the street and you're like, oh my God, there's a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. Your grandfather wasn't like, ooh, let me get like the Easter Bunny. Let me get a couple paces ahead of them and just place the pack of Marlboros. They will have someone who was here in the physical who had a pack of Marlboros accidentally drop it knowing that you're going to be next to see it. So they use humans here to kind of drop those objects or place those objects. Yes, Winding Hills. You guys, I have a gallery tomorrow, and there's like 10 more spaces for it. So, Winding Hills Golf Course in Montgomery, New York, tomorrow night. It's outside in a tent. It's warm. They do have heaters. Last time we were there, it was definitely chilly. Um, but they have 2 more heaters now if they need them, and then the weather is not. I think it was like 47 degrees out that night. Tomorrow night, it's not going to be that cold. So join me tomorrow night. I'll do mediumship and then intuitive questions, which I'm doing intuitive questions. Well, I have like 5 left of my opening on my website for if you want to submit a intuitive question that way. Okay, let's see. Hello, Michelle, just joining in. Why do we have nightmares of our loved ones who passed? I did actually address that in the very beginning of this. So if you go onto my YouTube channel later, you'll be able to see me address that in the very, very beginning. It's not on my Facebook one, on the video on my Facebook, only because I was addressing someone's question. I was kind of reading the question off my phone, and that's where I'm filming the Facebook that you're looking at. So go to YouTube and you can see the beginning there. Let's see. Yep, Judy, do dead in the dream speak? Mine don't. They give a look or nod. Sometimes they don't at all. And they're just acknowledging. But I would say that when they don't speak, that has to do with your own beliefs about them not being able to communicate or connect with you. That's usually when they don't speak. It's because we are feeling that they won't or can't speak, communicate, or connect with us. So as you go to bed and you could say, oh my gosh, we are connected still and we can still communicate, you might find those dreams start to change into conversations. But if not, that doesn't mean they don't want to talk. It's usually the limited mindset of the living that causes that. Let's see. Well, we have to be with these evil people in the afterlife. Yes, but they're not that way. Remember, all of our human crap is gonna fall away. So we don't take that with us. So we will be reunited in our pristine form for sure. Do I have a suggestion for being able to move forward in your grief? I feel stuck. I realize part of me is not wanting to let go. Yeah, Phyllis. Yeah, Eileen said, Phyllis, meditation helps a lot to process the grief in my experience. Moving the energy of grief. Now, grief is a powerful energy or powerful emotion that we hate. We don't like that one. No one is like, gosh, I'm feeling so much grief today. This is great. Nobody does that. It's a terrible feeling. We feel powerless. So there's no cookie cutter answer to this, but I have worked with thousands about moving grief and moving the energy and finding your way through the path. It's not that we fix it and solve it, which sounds like, well, then forget it. I don't want to do it. But because you can't fix the hole that's left when a physical person we love dies. We can't fix that, but we can move or transform our relationship to the physical into the spiritual energetic connection. And through that is all through meditation. That's what I do with the workshops and stuff, Phyllis, that you've been doing. So one of the fastest ways, I'll share it with you guys tonight on a brief. I'm teaching a course on this. I call it unconscious or subconscious yoga. And we'll do it briefly together tonight. That I want everyone to just kind of think about an emotion you don't like when you have it, whether it's fear, anxiety, grief, jealousy, competition, feeling less than, just you all know what your go-to negative emotions are that move through your body often. And so just kind of rest your awareness on one of them that you feel more often than not. You're not going to get this wrong. So whatever one kind of comes up to in your mind already is the one you should be picking. And I want you to imagine that if your body could take on a posture for that emotion, what would your body look like? And then go into that posture. So, and I call this posture that. If, again, I'll say it again, move your body into the position or the posture that best represents what that feeling is or looks like. So if I were to do grief, for me in this moment, because it could change, I would do this. Right now, in this moment where I'm at in my life tonight, grief would feel like this to me. So go ahead and do this. Go ahead and posture that emotion. And this is when I like when I can see you guys on Zoom, because I could almost guess what posture you're doing because I could see you and I would know. Okay, and then like hold that position. Repeat what emotion is coming through you as you're holding that position, and then release it and do the opposite. So if you picked grief, I would say, for me, joy would be the opposite. So here's grief for me, and then I would say, here's joy for me. I would do the opposite. And then you rock or move back and forth from the negative posture to the opposite positive. So do that a few times. This is super powerful work right here. Sometimes we don't want to get out of the negative posture because it means we still have a lot of feeling it to do. So then don't move. Just stay in it. Stay in it until you feel you're ready to move from that posture. And I guarantee you, as you move, this is moving energy. We're moving grief. We're moving whatever energy you chose. When we identify it, we feel it in the body, we posture it. That sends a signal to the brain of, ooh, I'm holding on to this energy in me. And then we release it by giving the body the cue to be able to be open to the opposite feeling of it, is what this is all about. This is a whole course that I teach on this. This is it boiled down into 5 minutes. But I guarantee all of you, I asked you to pick a negative or a feeling that doesn't feel good in your body. I guarantee that all of you had some sort of posture where you were crawling up into a ball. You were either covering your eyes or lowering your head or getting really small and tiny, because negative emotions, or the emotions that feel not good in our body, constrict. They're constricting energies. And so it naturally makes our body go small. A lot of times you get close to the floor. For any of you who actually went and moved down to the floor, that's showing constriction in your body, which would make sense. Like nobody here, if you picked grief, no one went like this. Ah, grief. No one did that, because the posture of grief in the body is constrictive, and the posture of this in the body is expansive, openness, being present, being available. So same thing if I told you to pick a positive energy. If I said pick joy, no one is going to go, oh, joy, yuck, I don't like that. You're not going to get constricted. You're going to have some sort of posture that shows expansiveness. So this is super, super powerful to move energy just in and of itself, Phyllis. So it might sound like, I don't know what this is doing for me. I don't know what is this doing? It's moving the energy, and it's making your mind and body connect to that spiritual self of moving the energy in your body. So I call it unconscious yoga. So I'm glad I got to go over that with you. I am going to teach a class on that in probably November 22nd, Sunday morning, 8 a.m. I'm adding classes. So if you want more of that, it's coming up. Meditation Sunday nights, you guys. I'm telling you, we talk about all this stuff. You want to change, you want to grow, you want to move your energy, you want to get unstuck, you want to keep your good momentum going. All of it is meditation with me and the other workshops that I have. Tomorrow night, the gallery in Montgomery. Just leave a message. They have enough seats. So, they'll call you back. I was going to say, just come, but you know what? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not in charge of the reservations, so I can't say that. So Winding Hills Golf Course, meditation, November 22nd, 8 a.m., a course on what we just did. Any other notes that I have here? I don't think so. Well, thank you guys for joining me tonight. I will see you next Monday night, or hopefully Sunday night. I'll literally get to see you and we'll connect. If you have any questions about where to find all of this on my very, very confusing and overwhelming website, which we are redoing, just email my office and we will send you to the right directions, which is info@beingknowingdoing.com. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks for sticking it out with me. And I'll see you Sunday or Monday. Goodbye. Bye, Facebook. And I can't let go here. There we go.